Hello and welcome to a late night episode for Trap Check D&D. Me and a few of my friends here play Dungeons and Dragons. Before tonight's game, do we have any announcements? Double checking? Nope. If that's the case, let's roll the intro. Welcome back. Last time, the group had a difficulty dealing with a treachery on two fronts. One of their fellow compatriot and another of a crewmate that they took from another ship. A stowaway in a sorts, someone who they found on the seas, only to find out that someone may have ties to someone on the crew. But alas, that is all not important, for the ship was soon in trouble. After a few explosions and having to deal with the fact that the ship was now sinking, the ship and its crewmates in a very poor situation, able to finally seal off the lower deck and solidify their hold on the ship with not an ounce left of sleep. Julian deciding to get his rest as the night slowly falls, and they finally, after a few missed turns, figure out which way to go. With Julian resting and the rest of the crew still driving the ship and Johnny still repairing, frost begins to form on the sides of the ship, and a cold breeze washes over. That is where we begin. Julian, you awake, fully rested, the only one who is. And as you awake, a chill rises up the back of your spine and on your hairs stand up. It's awfully chilly in the Mediterranean area that you're in. It's tropical oceans in the Gulf that you're steering towards. The night seems to have grown cold, and all of you have swapped to much heavier clothing, at least in the sense of preparing yourselves against a cold, cold night out on the ocean. What would you like to do?
It was just fucking sunny not too long ago. Who broke the weather?
Kind of took a nap.
Not my fault. Not my
We're
fault.
just sleeping.
Yeah.
That's how work time works.
Well, here's the thing. If shit like this ever happens again and I'm still asleep, just leave me there to die.
I'll think about it.
Okay,
How's the
can we get that in writing?
I will walk up to the deck.
Adlar is still at the helm of the ship. Two Gun, where are you?
I'm down below, but I'm gonna go up on deck with Adlar.
Okay. Stepping upon the deck, Adlar steering the ship, you notice the slight change over a period of time, unlike everyone else. The breeze slowly wafting in. Um, of course, night has taken you all, and in the dark of the ocean, without the kind of light pollution that we all people get in the city or around towns, the night sky is dark. It is pitch black. A couple stars here and there, but amongst the deep ocean, you don't see any stars up above except for a few lights here and there off in the distance. But you're surrounded by pitch black dark, and a few lights have already been lit by Adlar as the night has slowly shifted, and a few torches line up your ship, giving it the light needed to man the ship.
Adlar. Adlar.
Mm,
Adlar. Adlar.
what?
Where are we going?
South something.
Oh, I love
Southwest.
South warmer.
Yeah, southwest.
Southwest. You remember the captain telling you southwest for half a day, then west.
I'm still going southwest.
Is this when I come up on deck?
Yeah.
No walk up. Please tell me you kept us southwest.
That's what the compass says.
All right. Two gun.
Aye.
Here. You, with my help, would start steering the ship while Adlar goes to rest.
Okay.
As you guys are on top of the deck, you're slowly seeing me like nod off and go. I am so ready to pass out.
So let's go up. I will help you steer. Help.
Okay, we
I'm
think
still
sea
exhausted,
shanties?
so I can't do it myself. All right. So we will go up, and Two Gun will take the wheel from Adlar. Adlar,
Good night. Oh, don't bump your head.
go
Mess up
sleep.
your hair.
Mm.
Adlar is sleeping.
I walk off like I just woke up from a 30-hour nap, and then I go to sleep.
That's amazing.
Two Gun and Julian, please give me a
Take my
perception
meditation
check
medicine.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I
It
already have
is.
advantage.
It's well, if you didn't, it's pitch black, dark, and an exceptionally dark night. So it's really hard to tell past the torchlight and the immediate area that it gives.
Well, I got a nat 20 and an 8, so 12.
All right, Two Gun. Two Gun.
Yes.
What's your disadvantage roll?
Oh, sorry. I was lost in steering the ship.
Yeah, so was I. For the whole fucking night.
Oh.
It's only been 8 hours.
Oh, I rolled 2 sevens.
Like 12.
It's around 9 o'clock at night. 12. Okay, so you both rolled 12. Looking out, the ocean seems to be in this kind of steady calm, and the water that brushes up onto deck, likes to slough off and kind of fall away, but you see a couple corners here and there where the pools of water have begun to form. Ice is slowly forming, little bit on the top. and just floating, and some of it dissipates and some of it starts to remain. And it keeps this nice cycle on your ship as the waves slowly rock and move. Looking out into the dark, the waves are calm and quiet. And looking out as far as you can see, you don't see a change. The sky still dark above you, not giving you much to see in front of you. But the cold, cold breeze does brush in, and the warmth constantly is leaving your body, and you're finding yourself kind of rigid and stiff
Julian,
when the wind blows across, taking your heat away.
Julian, it's getting colder. Are we going the right direction?
I look at the compass.
The compass still says you are going southwest. It has been half a day though, so it's your choice on whether or not you want to move west.
Tap the compass to make sure it's pointing the correct direction and doesn't start spinning randomly.
Tapping the compass, it moves and then goes back to southwest.
All right, two gun. Here's what you're gonna do.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn the wheel this direction. Okay, slightly until this compass here shows that we're going west. Okay.
Okay.
Start the turn. You can go a little bit faster than that. I will put my finger and start pushing his hand up, too.
Whoa! You're gonna crash. We're gonna tip over.
The ship, however, Julian, as you're lightheartedly trying to teach Adlar, listening in to the ship, feeling it underneath your weight, the whole bottom of the ship being filled with water drags the ship. And you hear a slight groan, almost like the ship is howling in pain, as if you're dragging and scraping a exposed part of your arm across a gravel road, and you howl in pain. Those sounds are coming across underneath the ship as it groans and creaks. But it does move.
What the fuck is this bullshit? Two Gun, somehow I feel like this is your fault.
Oh, not my fault. I checked it. Not my fault.
All right, so we going west.
You are moving in, you finally lock into west, and the moment you stop turning, the kind of sound dissipates. You do lose about 5 feet of movement because the wind's not completely in your favor. But so you're moving about 25 feet. No, 10 feet, I believe. 10 feet.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. All right, Two Gun.
Aye.
I want you to listen carefully. But before anything, you have a rapier, right?
Right here. You want to see it?
Hey, I would love to see it. Sweet. Thank you. So I stab it through the wheel and it locks it into place so that the wheel can't turn. I'm like, do not turn this fucking wheel. I'll be right back. But hold on to it still. Hold on to it.
Sword.
Hold on to the wheel. Hold on. Don't turn it. That sword is to tell you not to turn the wheel.
Oh, my sword doesn't talk. It's not going to tell me anything.
So if you try to turn the wheel, it's going to stop by hitting the sword. And that is what tells you.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
I like
right
this
back.
game.
This is literally going to be 5 minutes. I'm going to go check on Johnny and just come back up.
Big responsibility.
Do not fuck this up.
Got it.
As I'm walking down.
Roll me a d4. I'm kidding.
So as I'm walking down, I think I'm still moving 15 feet.
Yeah.
The entire slow walk down, my eyes are just on Two-Gun the whole time.
Can't miss you till you're gone, so...
Hold the wheel!
Holding the wheel, it's not much for you to move, but you nicely hold the wheel as, you generally see it start to veer off from west just a little bit
Oh.
and then go back, and you're noticing the waves are pushing you a little bit farther south, and it's just slightly and then moving back, slightly and then moving back.
We'll go down and check on Johnny.
Johnny, as I recall, you're still awake and you're still going through and double checking and making sure that the repairs that you've done are holding, and you're trying to do as much as you can to repair any other damage that's currently on the ship.
Yeah.
So you find Johnny towards near the gun deck, where there's a little bit of a hole in the side of the ship, and he is currently mending it as much as he can together.
How's it going, Johnny?
Oh, just the usual, repairing the stuff other people can't.
It's fair. My plan is, as soon as Adlar wakes up, he's going to take the wheel and send Two-Gun to rest. And then when he wakes up, shouldn't be much longer after that, Two-Gun's going to take over for you for getting the water out, not fixing things, just getting the water out so you can go get your rest.
I'm pretty sure at this rate there won't be much water, so he won't have much of a job to do.
That's fine. It's absolutely fine with me.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good to me. But I'll continue doing what I'm doing right now.
Is Leon and his wife down there?
Leon and his wife, Sibel, are currently down there.
All right. You two.
Wait, I thought it was Leon Sibel.
Yeah.
So his wife's name is Sibel as well?
His wife's name is Sibel Leon, and he is Leon Sibel.
Who the fuck came up with that? Was the god of this universe like, you know what'd be funny? Put these together.
Family
So,
trade is a brand.
it's the tradition of the Tabaxi in this world they're born with one name, and so when they get married, they take on the other's name as a last name.
So he literally had to look for a woman named Sibel in order for this to work.
Yes, he did.
I think Adlar's losing his mind a little bit. But
I hope I
Leon,
don't
There's
find
not
anybody
a
with
lot
my
of- there's
first name
not a
as
lot
their
of-
last name.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Tabaxi nearby, but
Leon, Sibel,
yes.
how are you guys
Are you
doing?
addressing both of them,
So
or
fucking confusing.
You notice Sibel is actually asleep. Miss Sibel, she's resting in a little bit, and Leon is kind of standing up, holding a chair to looking out the port window as he turns. Yes. How can I help?
Do you need any rest, or are you good?
Getting there. But, my friend, how can I help?
Would you be able to help Johnny with whatever he needs?
I don't know what he would do.
I can do what I can.
Get a different last name.
Would it be Leon Johnny or Leon Crimson?
It would be Leon, whatever the fuck besides Sibel.
Oh no, Johnny changes his name to Sibel.
Leon Cockburn, for all I fucking care.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and assist him for a bit. whatever he needs, and we'll check in on getting you a rest soon.
He's been resting for like.
Will do.
He's fat as I am.
I know.
He starts to, he starts to walk up and lean off the chair. But you notice part of it may be due to him still recovering, or he doesn't have sea legs, but you see him not kind of walking straight completely a little bit, kind of like walking around when you're nauseated, from side to side just a little bit, and he makes his way, like, not slow, but a little bit slower than a normal pace, begins to walk out and go and help.
Hey,
He can take his wife's legs as well.
hey, Leon.
Not letting this go, Chase.
Yes.
Do you have sea legs?
There's a reason why I enjoyed hearing stories, my friend.
If he throws up, just leave the throw up for 2. Give him something to do.
Will do.
Try not to throw up, please. I'm not on my ship. If you
You
need
can throw up in the gunpowder barrel so they won't explode anymore.
yeah, Adlon.
I pull down the pipe and I'm just meditating, saying that while I meditate.
Throw
You
up
get
in
the gunpowder barrel so they don't blow up again.
Fuck.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. Ghost Adlar's idea if need be. Not all the gun barrels because we need some weapons. Don't try to load anything, and
It'll add poison damage to your bullets.
I can cook. I'll make us a good breakfast.
just don't throw up on it. Please, God, don't throw up on it.
That's
not-
Leon Sabel's secret recipe.
I'll do his constitution. Oh, that's actually a fail. That's a 4.
Oh.
You do he makes it a little bit, and then you see him quickly rush over to one of the ports, and you hear an audible, which now, since you're putting it together, him looking out the window probably was him puking from time to time out the window.
Hey, Leon,
Oh, yeah.
go ahead and stay by that window. You're doing the best you can over there.
You see him just shaking, holding on, and just a thumbs up as his head's out the port and
Yep,
just
that's your new
vomiting.
job. Yeah, that's your new job now is to. Yeah.
It's his secret recipe. How he makes his pancakes.
He is the port watcher.
Down.
Yeah. I'm gonna be back later. And I head back up.
Just he is white knuckle gripping as he's just vomiting out the side of the ship.
All right,
And
Chase.
just,
As I
yeah.
come up back on the deck, I'm doing this to do that.
Getting up and stepping up and
I'm
walking
going
up.
south because he couldn't turn the wheel.
Yeah, literally. You're halfway to going south because he can't turn the wheel.
Or southwest again.
I'll walk up and look at the compass.
You see it's like 5 degrees closer to south, and the ship has just been slowly, steadily carried over.
Not my fault.
I pull
Congratulations, you just played yourself.
I pull the sword out and give it back to the gun.
Oh.
Steer us back on the course, please.
With your direction, he's very quickly to adjust.
Burn
And-
the fucking wheel. All right. Can I do another perception check and just
Yes, you can.
just to see?
2 gun, you can do 1 too.
I will pull this ship over.
Oh fuck, you won't.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a 13. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It technically is better. I rolled 2 9s, so 9 plus 4, 13.
I had a 19 and a 13, so 17
17.
Sweet.
plus 4, right?
Yep. Julian, you're just helping him steer, and you see out across the ocean a little bit, and you the waves a little bit more, and helping him. But what Tuga notices, and what he keeps on looking off to, and he looks up and notices that it's not because it's just no light pollution. There are dark clouds over you. And looking around, you quickly notice a spiral wind as the wind is moving around in a circle, in a long, elongated circle.
Julian, that look unusual to you?
Does what look unusual?
As he points it out and moves, and you just kind of squint and gleam, you see lines of clouds moving in a circular direction around you. A very long, circulated.
As quick as I can, I'm going to run down or walk down. I'm just going to, without telling anyone anything, I'm just going to grab 2 ropes, tie both of them to like the sturdiest thing, tie one to myself, and then go up and tie one to Tuga, and just stand there.
Oh, does this mean we engaged?
What? This is a safety thing for us to, if we fall off the boat, we can just pull ourselves back up.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
I literally tied it to the fucking post.
As you're tying it and you're all just standing there for a second, you feel a bump in the ship as the ship audibly moves. And you start to notice the boat rocking more
I'm going
and
to
moving more.
take the little thing that I can talk to the rest of the ship. Hey, Johnny?
Is there one around me where I can respond?
You see one popping out near one of the doorways to the gun deck.
Well, what can I do for you?
We might be in the middle of a hurricane, so tie yourselves down.
And you have I just forgot for a split second, Leon is literally hurling himself out of the side of a porthole right now. And he's about to go in a hurricane.
I was about to say, I'll go check on the patients real quick. And I go up to Leon in the... Yeah.
You go to the back of the gun deck and see Leon, hurling himself out and just white knuckling it, just holding up and dry heaving at this point.
Oh, do you got anything left in you?
Just physical, slump against, physically white knuckles turns around and just slumps against the wall, just losing grip, and just, lays back, breathing heavily.
Oh, well, this is going to support it. But I'm going to need to do this. And I start tying them both down with any rope I have. You'll thank me later. Here's a bucket.
He grabs a bucket, just thumbs up after a quick, confused look after a while, and then just continues. Belle is asleep. So do you want to wake her up for this or not?
Yeah.
You go up and gently wake Belle, and she's like, "Yes? What's Johnny?
We may be.
Are we under attack? Is there something wrong?"
No. Well, we are not under attack. But
That's the good. That's the bad news. The worst news.
we may be in for a bumpy ride. And I suggest letting me tie you down for a little bit. Here's a bucket.
No need to tie me down. I got it. How's Leon? Where is he?
I just kind of nudge my head over to the area he's in.
She quickly walks out and looking around quickly finds Leon and nods and helps him back in the room. And you're surprised, but she's actually very easily able to tie them both up into a knot that you've never seen before.
Ooh.
And it's this kind of, you know how the straps are when you're kind of harnessed to something to make sure you don't fall off when you're rock climbing or something like that? She does that very same thing, except for tied not to a bed, but specifically to like the handle of the door.
Okay.
And so it kind of has this wraparound on both sides.
That's good.
Hey, Johnny, one more thing.
Oh, what's up?
Adlar is currently meditating. If you can, don't wake him up. He's very, very cranky when he gets woken up in the middle of his meditation.
The ship bobs again.
If you want to, maybe tie a rope around his neck or something to keep him safe, go ahead. But just make sure he doesn't like fly out a window. Okay.
Adlar, you're about a couple, and I would say an hour into your rest.
It's gonna be a fun meditation for you.
Wait, what?
And it's getting very difficult to remain meditating as
Wait, how
you're
long have I been meditating for?
an hour.
Okay.
If he wakes
Well,
up,
I'm in my trance at this point, so I don't really know
Yeah.
what's going on.
So going in, Johnny,
I am going to go to my room first.
okay?
Grab those shackles I got that I used to tie up the chest.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down to his room and then just kind of wrap it around his waist and then try like clamping it down.
There's a very sturdy. Oh, Adler, where'd you sleep? In your room or the captain's quarters?
I don't really have a room, and the captain's quarters for Julian, so I'm in like the crew quarters.
Gotcha. So you clamp them to one of the bed frames. They're sturdy. They'll move around, but they're sturdy.
Okay. We'll see how this works out.
oh Jesus.
And as you finally get to that clamping, you feel another bump. And this one makes you brace for a second. And then you notice another one smaller right after it. And it seems like you guys are getting into a lot rockier seas.
I told you to go and grab that side of the wheel. I'm grabbing this side. We're gonna have to do this together. Keep it
Almost like a strange heartbeat. You feel these small minor waves and then a massive as the waves are rushing out, little, large, little, large. And the littles are getting bigger and turning into larges, and the larges are turning into massives. And this is where the fun begins.
Oh.
I feel like that's probably good so that the wind doesn't carry us away as much.
By the way, you are moving at a much faster pace due to the fact that you're in a storm.
Great.
Oh, we hauling now.
But
The one
you're
time
now moving with the hurricane.
Oh, sweet. I have
So.
Maybe he'll just fling us into land and we'll be fine.
You notice immediately as the trickles of rain were falling turn to massive chunks of hail
Oh.
as they begin falling and plummeting and smashing into the side of your ship. This is brutal, hurricane. As Two Gun and Julian grip, and Johnny, you're just getting Adler clamped in. Two Gun, you notice from out the corner of your eye as you're watching, looking at Julian, to your left behind you, a massive 10-foot wave.
Oh,
What?
oh, look over there. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water.
As you look back, you hear the roaring. I need you both. I need one of you to make a proficiency check, please.
Wait. Two Gun. What kind of proficiency is it?
This will be a C ship proficiency.
So I have that proficiency, but I also have disadvantage.
You do not have disadvantage because you're both working on it.
Okay, so I have a
What
straight.
kind of
Two
proficiency?
Gun, inspire mates.
Oh, inspiring.
What do you say to inspire him?
Julian, I know how you like it short, so I am going to inspire you with this great song. It's the Sounds of Silence.
Yeah, fuck the shit out of me. What do I get? Like a D6 extra?
Um,
Or D8?
I think it's D6.
Hmm.
I've lost my inspiring.
I'm looking at you. Actually, Chase, you have the sheets up. You can look.
Oh yeah. I don't actually have his sheet. He's the only character that I do not have. I have Adler, Johnny, and Julian.
Damn it, Two Gun.
I believe it is a D6 at this current level.
Yeah, D6.
Yep.
5th level Bardic Inspiration D8.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
I was wrong. So you get a D8
A D20, a D8, and then what do I add?
Plus
to
3 for proficiency.
it?
plus your 3 proficiency.
Oh. She's getting rough.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Don't tell me you're rolling that one.
I was
No.
at 3.
Oh shit!
Plus 5, plus 3, so 11. So it's not as bad as it could have been.
I wasted my Simon and Garfunkel inspiration on a theory.
Just think, it's a 10-foot wave. It could have been worse.
It could have been.
Both of you working in tandem, trying to move up and make sure you can work up over the wave.
And
You- You hear the bottom of the ship groan, screaming in agony before you hear a massive tear of wood splintering, terrible sounds of groaning, agonizing hole just being ripped asunder, and the entire bottom of your ship, the one that's underwater, gets ripped away.
I don't have a bottom of a ship anymore. Fuck me sideways in the cactus. God damn it.
You lose 100 maximum hit points for the ship.
God fucking damn it. I'm doing my best.
Do we hear Johnny just God fucking damn it?
Johnny, Johnny, you quickly realize as you're rushing over to the part that's being protected, it turns from metal to wood as you see the ship gets curved. And now you are in the new bottom of the ship as the ship magically adjusts itself to turning your portion of the ship into the bottom.
Oh,
Which also means that should this part sink, you lose your next deck.
I'm just as confused as everyone else. What do you think,
Am I fucking alive?
Johnny? Excellent words.
But you do see the metal shift and warp from the location and turn into new support beams.
Ooh.
The ship does heal 50 hit points.
Hey.
All right, Travis, that's you keeping track of it. 50 hit points.
You lose 100 but gain 50.
That
100 maximum, but heal 50.
Yeah.
not
Did
inspired.
we also lose 100 HP as well?
No,
Just
you only
100 max.
lost 100 max.
Okay. So we basically just gained 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now your ship can't repair to that maximum that it was before.
Well, good news and bad news. Good news is we're almost at max HP. Bad news is we lost 100. So, but we're almost to max.
Bringing down the top does not bring us up to max.
As this weight leaves your ship, you pop up enough for the ship to crest over and help your little bit more that you needed, and the sails unfurl. You're now moving at 40 feet per 6 second.
Yes. Get us
Rushing to our deaths.
As your ship now goes over the top, you look back, and now there's another 10-foot wave
All right, again,
rolling not too far behind. You still see a few minor little bit of waves. Give me one more check as you try and get to that next big wave.
You want to inspire me again or no?
I got one left.
Do it.
Okay.
I know. Oh yeah, he did inspire me last time.
Okay, ready?
Slightly.
Julian, you need to be inspired by Two Gun Gary. I'll inspire till the sun no longer shines. I'll inspire until you feel fine.
And as he is singing this as your ship is being pulled up by the next massive wave.
Fucking done with this shit.
Is it an at one?
No, it's a 6 plus 1, so 10. How would you roll lower than last time? I don't know.
You see, last time the ship helped you, but this time you feel a massive amount of water hit the ship. I need absolutely everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw. Travis with disadvantage. But
I have
he's not
disadvantage on
correct.
everything anyway, so. I swear to God, if I roll like 2 fucking 19s, I'm gonna be pissed.
19?
19
You got one of them.
So a 14 for disadvantage. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I didn't mean to roll that. I was still rolling and it fell out of my hand.
Adlar, massive amounts of water just rushed over to the top of the ship. I need you to make a dexterity
No.
saving throw with disadvantage.
No.
It's a
Johnny?
Dex save with disadvantage, you said?
Correct.
I got a mod 1, so a nat 1.
Yay!
Johnny? I don't believe you were the only one who actually didn't tie themselves down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course, you knew.
So as a massive amount of water rushes in and you're on the bottom story, you are pulled immediately back 1 story, 2 stories as you are being flooded back out as the ship is now sideways and the water is flooding out as it almost topples over. I need you to make a strength check. One last one before you get ripped out of the ship from one of the gun decks.
Hey, check isn't too bad.
Yeah. It's a part of the cards.
Hey!
19.
19. As you're slipping out, you grab a hold and white knuckle it as you grab a hold of the gun deck. and the water is rushing past you. A cannon is squished between your hands and wood, and you are trying as best you can to grip as you feel cold, hard metal pressing further and further into your knuckles. You hear your bones give and crack a couple times, and your hand immediately pulses with agonizing pain and blood.
Ow.
And as water rushes past, now you are dangling by one hand off the side of the ship. And as the ship is now cascading down the last massive wave, all you can hear is one more roaring wave as you look over, and all you see from top to bottom is water.
So I don't have inspiration on this one.
Am I able to try to pull myself in at all?
Yeah, this with the next 6 seconds as you get pulled in.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for it, or do I just pull myself in?
I'll need you to roll for it.
Okay.
Do I need to roll
Nat
another
20.
You saying this, pull yourself in, moving past, and quickly hold yourself in the moment the wave hits. Now, Julian, what'd you get? You don't get disadvantage, it's just a straight roll.
10.
So 10, yeah. How'd you get 7?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Again.
I think these dice are rigged. I'm rolling 5 of them now.
I need you all to roll a dexterity saving throw. Travis, you don't have to roll disadvantage. You're now wide awake. By the way, what was yours? I
I was
forgot.
waiting for you to ask me. With disadvantage, it was a 16.
You succeeded.
Cool.
Everyone roll with everyone roll.
And I'm awake, so I don't get disadvantage, you said?
We're rolling
That is
again?
correct. Yes, you're rolling one more time. As you notice the wave come, you notice you don't even get halfway up this wave before it crashes on top of you.
Since you said I was holding on to something, can mine be a strength check?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go next.
Two gun.
Well, my last deck check was a 20. This one is a 1.
It's a good thing he's tied up.
I'm tied tight.
You feel the rope get taut, and you feel straining, trying to hold on, and you feel a snap.
Oh,
I need you to do a strength check for me.
Bye, Dugan.
You're attached.
No, I'm attached to a pole. I have 2 separate ropes.
17 plus 1, 18.
Ooh.
You grab a hold of the side of the ship. Water's rushing past. You were underneath the water, all of you, at this moment. And in trying to white knuckle, your hands give out. Johnny, what is your strength check?
19.
19. You trying to hold on with your last hand. Water is rushing past. And your last hand is not enough, for this wave is too large and this is too much water. And you too lose grip and get sucked into the wave. Julian, what's your roll?
7.
Move on.
You feel your rope snap,
Yep, and I'm dying. All right, guys. Been
and
fun.
you get sucked into the water as well. However, Adlar, what's your check, my friend?
Modified 20.
You inside the crew quarters, hold yourself, get yourself quickly into a position and lock in, and water is rushing through the whole ship.
I like to imagine Johnny didn't do a very good job of tying me up, and it catches me by the foot. Like my ankle's just caught.
And so you feel your leg being stretched. You're white knuckling it, and the water finally recedes.
How do I white knuckle with my ankle? What?
No, I said you're holding propped up,
Oh.
arms locked, and then your ankle is being pulled, like you're being pulled as well with your.
I see. I'm being pulled in opposite directions.
You're being pulled in opposite directions.
Oh, this hurts.
And as you're holding on, the water floods out.
I can breathe, so I'm okay.
And you hear the ship break water for a second before you hear a rush of water back in as the ship begins to sink.
No, it doesn't. um,
All of you see is blackness. Adlar, you were able to breathe in water. Julian, you're able to hold your breath, but the rest of you, you are choking and gurgling on water. You pop up for a brief second and then try to grab a breath, only get a mouthful of water.
Can I use my boots of water walking?
If you could get on top of the water, but right now you're being crashed with massive wave on top of wave and being
go
rolled
upside down,
around.
and then when your feet are out of the water, activate it and go.
Julian, you hear the ship groaning and sinking slowly beneath the waves as you're looking at it. Adlar, as you are beneath the water as well, you both see a massive eye
No, I don't.
behind the ship.
No, I don't. I'm on the second deck. I don't see shit. I'm in the middle of the deck. We're technically on the bottom.
Oh
of the
yeah,
ship now. Technically, I'm at the bottom of the ship, but I'd be in the middle of the deck if we didn't lose our bottom deck. So
Middle of the bottom of the deck.
I'm middle of the bottom of the bottom. Of the
you're in the deck as it's slit. Are you gonna try and get out?
Am I underwater, like completely? Then I'm going to unattach myself from the rope, which is gonna take no effort because Johnny tied me
It's chains.
up. Wow.
I didn't actually like.
I made it.
I
I
don't-
only
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like he did much.
As you unchain yourself and try and swim out, you at this time are
Ankle.
swimming out, but Julian, you see a glowing eye at the bottom of the ocean kind of illuminate very slightly yourself and the ship.
Daddy.
So if that's my patron, I'd like to be like, hey, can you
Just bend over and take it.
No, can't get you fucking free if the ship is on the bottom of the ocean.
And you see another eye.
Okay. Well,
And you see tendrils move up. And you see the face is what you saw when you all were escaping the island.
I give up. I'm dead.
The massive creature. As it goes out, each one of you passes out,
Well,
and you all wake up on a shore.
I don't pass out. I'm still in the shit.
Wait.
We're not back on
Adlar,
the same
as
island.
you wake up, you are waking up inside on wooden floor, soaked and drenched. You hear the crashing of the waves as it's just cresting dawn. You all waking up to the white, sandy beaches. And as you look up in terror, you all quickly realize which island you all washed up upon.
Don't say
I
it.
knew it. I fucking knew it.
Don't say it. Feel like a
We're on
Twilight
the
Zone.
piece of
When
shit
I-
island.
I look, and am I dead as this hell? Am I finally? I guess it is my hell because I have 2-gun here. But aren't you supposed to be in heaven?
Wait. Did we just turn into liches of the island?
All powerful.
Hmm.
Two guns with lich powers.
So about.
All right. I look around. Do I see anybody?
As you get up on top of your ship is banked
Is there a
onto
ship
the shore.
still
and it
missing
is-
our bottom?
Still missing the very bottom. And you see it is waterlogged, but you see it's got corals all over it. Almost like it's been at the bottom of the ocean for a long time.
I'll collect a few samples of coral because for my mother.
As you collect, you notice the corals are on the top layers of the ship.
Hmm.
And there's some corals around the wheel.
Do I see any starfish?
You do not.
I'm a fucking stupid piece of shit. Do I see anybody? Anybody at all?
As you look over,
Do
you
I see stupid hags that are wooden creatures trying to
You
shoot
see-
a naked frog, Julian?
you see your crewmates waking up. And you don't see anything. Give me a perception check, though.
Watch out for the gorilla dog
Mhm.
thing.
You know,
Reception.
If we're waking up, does that mean we had a long rest?
Technically.
I can't say what happened.
Do we have all our HP?
come on, give me a long rest.
Are we,
You
are
have-
we full HP?
Let's just say you all have 1 HP.
I have one, but I didn't get hit.
You
I thought-
each have 1 HP.
I finally got
No.
a goal, and now I'm fucked.
I don't like this game.
Not
I get-
max HP, but you're waking up with 1 HP.
God damn it.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yep. Eldritch Blast.
Perception was 21.
21. As you're looking out, you see a couple faces watching you.
Oh, I remember.
And
like,
they
when-
seem to shimmer with blue, kind of like ethereal. And they're off in the trees, here and there. Not quite, aggressive, but the moment you notice them, they disappear.
We've done this before.
As I turn around and see the rest of the group waking up, I go. Day number 198 on Blood Anchor Island. Good morning, lads. We survived another night. Barely.
Do we have our Leon Seabell?
Not just Leon, his wife as well.
Yeah, Leon and Sibel.
You guys are looking around for them?
Huh?
You guys are looking around for him?
I look to see if he's around. Yeah.
Going through, looking around, you look through the interior of the ship, and you find old bloodstains in their rooms, but you don't find them. No.
Did we just go back in time
Had to
and
put him down.
to the point where I'm going to be pissed off that we're back on this island? If Mason comes in, I'm going to be pissed.
All right, crew.
Found-
Yeah, Whitebeard comes in. All right, guys, I'm back. No, the fuck you're not. You died. No, I'm not doing this.
You mentioned that I found the coral on like the top deck of the ship
Yeah.
and also on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Knowing the waters and all that stuff that goes along with it, with the aging underwater, would I be able to make an estimate as to how long it would take something to gather this much coral and debris from being underwater?
Yes, you would. However, looking around, give me a perception check. If you don't have proficiency, then you'll have proficiency.
I'm proficient in perception.
Okay.
That is cocked. Natural 20 to make it 27.
27. Okay. Um, looking around and noticing the growth of the coral, the amount of time it had to have taken to grow this much, in this regard on how much it is um, over 100,000 years.
100,000 years?
Yeah.
I haven't even lived that long. How would I know? What the fuck?
From history and how long it
takes.
takes for coral to grow and create things, the amount of coral that is decking the side inside the ship and covering the ship.
Logically, it would take 100,000 years. Because I'm a lich now, and I would know this.
No, I said it would take over 100,000 years from your family history and how long elves live
Alright.
and how long you would be able to pass down generations on how long stuff has grown.
So,
Looking at the ship itself, you also notice, however, there's distinct massive differences between how the ship was beforehand and how it is now. For example, the steering wheel is severely different. It is a completely different design with a logo on the front of how a phoenix wing spread out, and the phoenix wings and their tips turn into the handles of the steering wheel. You also notice how there's embroidery on the side of the ship that is covered in coral. You can't really tell what it is anymore. The wood is a much waterlogged but still lighter tone of wood. The colors, though muddled and obfuscated, still are significantly different to how they were beforehand. And in replacement of all the cannons, you see a strange ballistas on to where the gun deck is.
Crash on the same ship we did.
alright.
Adlock,
What?
what do you see? Why is the ship covered in coral?
Because we've been here for over 100,000 years. We're liches.
I go immediately for two guns, rapier, and start trying to pull it out to stab myself.
I go find Julian, because I can't very hear him that well.
100,000 years. That's at least a long rest.
I will. That's true. I will walk up into the ship so Emma can see me better.
Do I recollect, or did Julian ever tell us about his patron's tentacle and one of the locations of
Did
it?
you, Julian?
About what? The summoning the patron when I passed out, or seeing the patron?
Did you ever tell us where one of the locations of the tentacle was,
I don't
or whatever it is?
know where it is.
I remember. I don't know if it was off camera or what, but
It was off camera.
okay, so we wouldn't know And okay,
Mm.
never mind. I'm not gonna.
However, where the beach does look familiar, you're not in a bay area. And so the familiarity is it looks similar to the island you've been to beforehand, but with your perception, you notice it is not the same.
Am I able to climb up to the crow's nest? Is that eligible to do?
You look up the crow's nest. It's covered in coral, so you would
That wouldn't bother me.
cut your hand.
Well, I'm used to coral.
But if you were to climb on top of it, you see it's actually been snapped a quarter of the way off, and the rest of it's just kind of laying on the side of the beach.
Mm.
And the more that you're looking at it, the more the ship resembles the one that you previously owned, but there's significant differences. As in, this ship only has 2 decks, not 3.
All right. I find Julian, right?
Yeah, as Julian comes up and on top of the ship. You're walking all on top of Coral, by the way, everyone.
Julian,
What's up?
can you gather up everybody? I need to try and talk to my deity.
Gun,
See what the
Right.
fuck is going on.
come here.
Okay, where are we gonna go now?
Yes,
I
come
don't
over
like this
here.
island.
I
This
Yeah,
need.
island's terrible.
I'm gonna-
Yes. Come over here.
I want to go and like try and meditate for
Do you want to meditate on the ship?
wherever I can. That would be comfortable. Maybe on the sand, I guess. I don't know.
The captain's quarter is completely. You can't open it because it's covered in coral and you can't find the door. The only reason why you can go below deck is because there's a small opening, but even that's mostly covered in coral. So you could go off the ship or you could go down below and or clear off an area of the coral.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
I'll just go into the sand next to the ship.
Stepping off the sand, going off. The size of the ship is significantly smaller than your ship, and the actual class and look of the ship looks strange, looks weird. Doesn't quite look. It looks outdated, to be simple. Like, ship technology doesn't change a lot, but the kind of designs, the kind of woodworking that's been crafted over a period of time, the amount of details that they're able to put into things, something about this ship just feels outdated in certain regards.
When we were in that unconscious state, Julian and I saw him fighting a phoenix.
Mhm.
Would I be able to put 2 and 2 together and say that this phoenix may possibly be related to the phoenix of the ship whale? And also because in the dream state there were ballista, I believe, on the ship.
There indeed was.
So would I, well, I guess putting all of this into thought, not making really any assumptions yet, I want to try and connect with my deity to get any
Okay.
insight.
Roll a D100 and D10.
So 100 and there's the 10. All right. Ooh. 14.
Okay. You go in and you reach out and you begin to kind of actual meditate. Not sleeping meditate, but actual meditate. Tugun, what would you like to do?
Can I get back on the ship?
Yeah, absolutely. You climbing back. By the way, guys, you're trying to climb on top of coral, which I don't know if you know this, but
The
it's
whole
super
ship
sharp.
is covered in coral and
Yeah.
barnacles, guys. The whole fucking ship. Like worse than the Davy Jones ship in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like 10 times more than that.
Significant. Like it's basically a block of coral, unless
Imagine
you
like
guys clear it off.
the ship has been in like the bottom of Mariana's Trench since the Earth was born. Basically, is how I'm imagining it.
Happy birthday to our ship. So I can't really get inside the
Happy
ship.
100,001
You
birthday.
can. Um, Adlar was able to kind of squeeze his way through, so you could, or you could try and break away some of the coral to make it easier.
I'd like to see if I could make my way to where we last saw the gold chest, the chest of gold.
In the captain's quarters.
The chest was in my room.
It was
Oh, in
yeah,
your room? Okay.
yeah.
The silver chest was in the captain's quarters.
You go in. Do you want to try and break away or try and squeeze through?
Let's squeeze through.
Okay.
Let's break our way in.
Okay. Give me a strength check as you try and bash away all this coral.
Mod 19.
Okay. Going in, you and smash a good, portion-sized piece of this, and you see some of it you chunk more than others, and gets actually close to the actual hole that opens up into the bottom deck, and you look at the wood. It's nice, kind of got this kind of dark sea looking color, this kind of dark blue, but you smash your way down and you look in, and there is seaweed, dried up seaweed, there is coral all inside of the ship. You see the ballistas covered in this coral as well.
So there, can I?
You
I see?
look back in the way that the crew quarter would be, and you see coral is covering the walls and is almost like closed off that area in some places.
Is there any chance that I could get through to where the chest might be?
Yeah, you could try and break some of the way through, or stuff like that.
Okay, I'm going to continue to
I
break
mean,
my.
Adlar did kind of go through this area, and so there is parts and pieces where they're broken away.
Yeah, I'll follow his path as long as it leads in the direction to where Johnny left the chest.
Instead of checking in, by the way, the area that the two Leon and Sibel were in, these rooms are much smaller. And you see the room that he had gone into to check that kind of looks similar to their room. There is, blood stained area that the coral has not grown on top of. In the Johnny's room, however, where there wasn't a door in their room, there seems to like the coral has grown either to encompass the opening or has grown over the door.
So really difficult.
Possibly, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to give it a shot to see if I can at least get to the chest.
You go in, and I'm gonna assume that you're gonna work on this.
Yes.
Give me a strength check, and this will be a general.
Ooh, 19. Mod 20.
Okay, this is gonna take you about 15 minutes, but you're gonna be able to chip through it real quick.
Okay.
Johnny, what would you like to do?
Using me carpenter's tools, I would like to fashion a temporary shelter.
Okay, give me a proficient. With what? Do you want to cut down a tree?
I was more thinking like just the sticks that are laying around, just lay them along a tree and try to use the carpentry tools to.
Okay, first give me a survival check.
Okie dokie. $19.
Okay, now give me a proficiency check.
Can you pick that up for me?
You missed it.
I hit the table. I rolled a 19, and then plus 3 for proficiency. 22.
So this is going to take you about an hour of gathering and crafting and turning into like a shelter, but this is a good, sizable, and like quick, fast, and you're actually proud of it. This is a nice shelter that's gonna hide you away from the weather. Julie and Vane, what would you like to do?
Do I see Adlar meditating in the corner?
Yeah.
In the sand.
Do I see anything on the tree line, like watching us?
Give me a perception check.
Yay, disadvantage.
Actually not disadvantage anymore.
I'm not exhausted.
No.
You had 100,000 years to sleep.
Yeah,
That's-
with 1 HP.
Very fair. No exhaustion. Yay! Rolling better. 18.
18. Okay. Looking out, you see these kind of blue faces just curiously looking. And then as you lock eyes, their eyes kind of glow with this kind of bluish color and looking at you. And then they flare red as they dissipate.
I'll be friendly once, and this shit happens. Where are you at?
I was making.
You do also notice how when they flare blue, there's like a moment of where they go from like this complacent look to just instantly tears have been strewn down their face, and they're begging for help before the red flash and their emotion goes away, and then that's when they immediately disappear.
I go find Johnny.
Johnny's finished up with his gathering about halfway and is coming out of the forest with some materials.
Johnny!
Oh, what's up?
There are faces staring at us through the forest.
Doesn't sound very good.
They were blue. They had tears on them. And then their eyes turned red, their faces disappeared, and everything vanished.
Since he's no longer exhausted, did I get spell slots back? Asking for a friend.
You do not all have spell slots back.
They haven't used any.
Sounds good. Well, frankly, I just want to know. So, if you see them, give him one of these, and I'm going to take his hand with the ring that I gave him, and use guiding bolt for the ring. Store the ring and or guiding bolt into the ring, and then if it's really that much of a danger, you have something to defend yourself with. I'm going to continue building this and then take a nap.
And he goes in and creates this nice little structure. Two Gun, as you're chipping away, by the way, Julian, you can hear this just chipping away. You actually hear a massive break as you finally chip away a massive chunk of coral and have been like tossing it to the side. And you see this very detailed, ornate door all the colors have been, of course, muddled. But for some reason, regardless on how much coral has been here, the colors are not muddled as much as they should be. And as you find the handle, finally freeing it, you creak it as it slowly creaks, and then you hear just this crack as the door opens, and you hear like a gust of air from inside just as it slowly, you can swing it inward.
Can I sense any danger? I'd like to check for traps, but
Roll me a d20
No.
for your investigation.
10.
You look inside. There is no corals inside this room. You see, instead of a coral, there is, however, a pile of bones. A full humanoid skeleton is off on the side with a sword stuck in its rib cage, pinning it to the wall, and its head just kind of slopped off to the side. You see an old blood stain on where the body is. And as you look in, there seems to be this very detailed dark brown wooden desk, like mini drawer desk, and you see this kind of bed, not all too detailed, but inside the walls have this kind of nice little reddish color, which it looks like there's this massive phoenix that's kind of soaring in the sky and leaving behind it red. And so it looks like it's burning the sky behind it, and in front of it is this nice little blue tint. Looking around, you see that the bed is still this nice. What looks to now be dark oak is actually this charred oak that seems to be charred to look this particular way, almost charcoal black in color. The body laying there is draped in clothing. You see these blue clothes on this person, to where the scuffs have these nice golden trims, and the overcoat is this nice blue, but underneath has this kind of red undershirt. And the colors are mixed match of blue, red, and a little bit of black with a waist satchel. And it looks to be this old uniform as this body is wearing, but it is torn. It seems to be torn where the sword has been plunged into and soaked blood red.
I think Two Gun with 1 hit point is going to make his way back to the beach and find everyone else and report what I've found.
Adler is meditating off near where Johnny's creating structure. Julian's just kind of sitting there next to the fire that he's created, and a small little camp is slowly beginning to form.
Anybody go back onto boat? I went on and I found a room that I think has been sealed, and there's a dead guy in there and a giant phoenix bird up on the ceiling. and it looks very mysterious. And I think it's needs to be investigated, but Tugan didn't want to go alone. He didn't want to deprive you of
The
helping.
first time in my entire life, with all the shit that's happened, I actually think he's telling the truth. So I'm gonna go with him. You want to continue work on your shelter. Make sure Adler doesn't die, please. Two guns, show me the way.
Okay.
All right.
So once there's a rock on my head, I die.
He poorly decided to meditate underneath a coconut tree, and
Gun.
Look, I survived 100,000 years. If I die now, it was the will of God.
Die now, but
Thank you. Tugan and Julian, as you both climb up onto the deck and you see the kind of area that he's kind of smashed through to climb below, and you see the massive chunk of coral off to the side, and the door swung open, and as you walk in, you see the room still in its state. However, where the body was is just a blood stain.
Oh, Julian.
There's no
Julian.
body.
See the sword. There was a dead guy right here. He was just bones. He was just bones. And now he's not there. He's not bones anymore.
Give me a perception check,
God.
both of you.
So, pain is.
Ooh.
We have another fucking stowaway.
Modified 23.
I hope it's a modified 23. I didn't think we can get one otherwise. Yeah, you're looking for me. I got a 6.
As he's starting to complain, Tugun, you hear something walking downstairs. This kind of rackety bone against bone clanking.
Oh, Julian. I think our dead bone guy is downstairs. I hear something down there, and it sounds like
You hear it the moment he talks. It stops.
Oh, you scared it.
And you see it slowly begin to start walking towards the stairs up to you guys.
Okay, here. I think it's coming up.
A skeleton? I turn around and look.
You look, and there's this kind of hallway that has been carved out, like someone's taken a sword and carved out the coral. And Tugun, you begin to hear more footsteps.
Oh, he's coming back.
Clanking.
I think we should go. I think he's coming back.
As you see around the corner, coming around, walking with a sword in hand, turns the corner, and you see glowing blue eyes as a skull looks back at you.
Does Julian see it too?
Yes.
We are friendly.
We are leaving.
Until we get full HP.
Maybe, hey, Mr. Bone Guy, do you know Mr. Lich?
Do you have
The head kind of turns for a second, looks back between you two, looks back at you, Tugun, and the light kind of shimmers a little bit.
turn around?
Have I gotten anything from
Oh,
meditation
you turn around?
10 minutes.
You quickly turn around, and there's nothing. There's just the coral, the walls.
I turn back again. Basically make a 360.
You see the head just shifts over to you, Julian, for a quick second, and the eyes kind of flutter just a little bit, and then look back to Tugun, and just kind of it's almost like it narrows in as the light kind of dims, except for these kind of like blue irises.
Hmm.
Have I had any progress with my meditation in the 20 minutes this has been going on?
Not for the hour this has been going on, my dude.
Captain
Well, I was
Julian.
going to meditate for an hour, so if it's been an hour, then I'm done meditating.
Okay. As you look back, it just turns over to Two Gun. What's this about a lich?
I fucking can't. I swear to God, I'm gonna.
Every fucking time.
I can't anymore. I can't. I just like want to start walking out the room. I can't fucking.
It,
We should
it,
modify
it starts.
memory him.
It starts walking up, not aggressively, but takes a couple steps to get out of the stairs, and looks at Two Gun, and its light just more dimmer.
Can we just?
I was just wondering if you knew a lich, because a long time ago there was a lich on this island, and I was hoping he wasn't here.
Do you know its name? As it speaks, it's almost like an echo of itself as it reverberates.
Oh, he never told me his name. I just knew him. I just knew him as Mr. Lich.
Do I remember his name?
Yes, you do. It's Alexander Korvax.
Alexander Corvax.
The head quickly snaps to you and kind of narrows in and just lights up the moment you say that name and just goes more dim. How do you know that name?
Well, because he made it basically a patron soul bond with me and one of my crewmates to deliver him to an island where we ended up.
The movement is so quick the moment you say that as it moves up and goes up, narrows on your arm, picks at your arm, and looks at it for a brief second. You see cold, bony hands as it's gripping your arm, as it just looks at your hand, looks over at you, and you see the eyes light up, and it lets go of your arm, sheaths its sword, and reaches out its hand. Hi.
Hi.
It seems you've made a deal with my father.
Oh! Yeah,
Oh.
I got this.
Son of Lich.
You son of a lich!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to stop for tonight.
Woo!
Now, thank you to all our viewers and our subscribers. Let us know in the comments anything that you think was great, was bad, anything that could help us improve in the future. Anything like that would be greatly appreciated. And we do appreciate the support, guys. You guys are awesome. And remember, don't forget to check for traps. See you next week. Bye-bye now.